All right, what is going on, YouTube? Today this is a really emotional. It's gonna be an emotional video for me, and a difficult video to make because I'm gonna be talking about how I almost quit trading, and this is really like you're gonna start seeing the personal side of me, right? And the hardships that trading really puts you through, right? You can see my results right now, and it's crazy results, yes, but people don't really see the back end and all the work that people put into like achieving to where like all these traders are right now, right? So I think this is gonna be a good video for you guys to see what is real and what people actually go through in terms of getting to the top, right? And I'm not saying I'm at the top, but there's way more. There's way more for me to get to, but I got to a point where I overcame all these hardships and now it's just a moment of me getting in the fruits. So I started trading a long time ago when I was like fucking 15 years old, but really on and off, right? Just doing what everyone does, right? Options trading, losing money, gambling, right? I never took trading futures seriously, which is what I trade now. I trade futures, I trade Nasdaq, right? And I thought it was gonna be an easy way to make money, right? I remember telling my parents like, look, like there's this thing called prop firms, and I remember I used to trade CFD firms, right? I used to trade 5K accounts. I'm like, look, like there's this thing where they give me 5K in real money. I thought it was real money too. Like they give me 5K in real money, and then I can later scale that. Talking about the scaling plan of hitting 10K after I make a certain amount, 20K, 50K, right? In terms of scaling, and my parents would be like, wow, that's amazing, and I like go for it, and I really I was delusional in terms of like how trading really is and what prop firms really is and how to make money and what it takes to really get to the top, right? So I remember telling my parents like, look, there's this thing where they give me 5K in real money and I go out and trade it. Obviously it's not real money, but I go out and trade and I can keep whatever I make. And they're like, wow, that's insane. Do it, right? I remember I blew, and I remember the first prop firm that I really traded. It was called the Fivers, the 5%ers, the Fivers, something around those lines. I think it's still up and running, and it's one of like it's a really big CFD prop firm. I'm pretty sure. That was the first prop firm I ever bought. I think I bought like a 25K account, and I literally blew it in a week. Then I remember I was like, dude, I need a mentor. I need to find out somewhere to make money. I remember going to TJR, which is crazy, and I used to copy his trades, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I told myself, like, dude, I'm just gonna copy this guy's trades and I'm gonna make so much money. And then that's when I started actually going spiral downhill because I was not confident myself in and I didn't know anything at the time really. I was just not confident myself in terms of like, I can't do this anymore. And then I remember I quit trading for like a year and a half. I was like, you know what, this is just not for me. And I went into like a depressing state, right? And this is not even the worst part. I went into a depressing state. I remember I wouldn't go out and I would just stay home. And this was all because of trading, right? And later, I remember I told one of my friends to watch this boot camp, right? And he ended up watching it and he ended up learning a lot. He ended up inspiring me to get back into trading. And I get back into trading, hence like a year and a half later. This is when I'm 17 years old, right? Using my parents' socials, their names for prop firms, right? And I start getting into like just normal futures prop firms. And a year and a half later, right, I start really going really deep into trading, right? And that I want to say like once you start going deep into trading, that's when it really gets real. Like the first part is like it's not like a honeymoon phase of trading, but it's like an era where it's like you love trading so much because you can see what it can do for you, but you don't really see how much work you have to put into it. You know what I mean? So I start really trying to like dive into trading, right? I start going through YouTube, finding. I remember this vividly, because I was trading ICT at the time. I remember listening to ICT's podcast on Spotify, and that's literally I don't even think that's like ICT. The ICT owns it. I think it's just like other people just recording mentorships and putting it on Spotify. I remember I used to go on walks and listen to that playlist for hours, and it was now that I think about it, that's ridiculous. But like I was in such a I was in no not a depressing. I was in such a in need state to figure it out. I was in such a state where I told myself that I needed to get to the certain point, and I convinced my mind to keep on pushing forward that I did. I did end up pushing forward, but did I sacrifice a lot of things? Yes. Did I sacrifice going out? Did I sacrifice my sleep? I remember I used to trade London session because of the silver bullet strategy, right? Which is like you go out, you stay up until 3 a.m. and you're trading 3 a.m. and I trade it like that's 3 a.m. for me, that's ridiculous. And I really, really tried to go all in on this, and I almost quit trading. After my friend got me back into it, I told myself, because I wasn't seeing any results, I blew like tens of thousands of dollars, and I told myself, this is not for me. I'm not doing trading anymore. And I was depressed. I've said I was depressed a couple times, but I was literally depressed. And you can't accept the fact, you can't negate the fact that like this is like a real thing. You know, like your mental health and trading is a real thing. Your psychology is a real thing, and you know you're gonna have to go through that. I think your people have to go through that to really later see results in trading, to really appreciate what it is to get to that point. So when people tell me like, oh, I want to get into trading, what do I do? The first thing I tell them is like, I tell them like I can't tell you to, I can't recommend you trading, but I can't tell you like don't do it, because if someone would have told me not to do it, I wouldn't be in the point where I am at today, even though it made me suffer so much. Like if someone told me not to do it, or like someone kept on telling me not to do it, not to do it, not to do it, I would have convinced myself, yeah, this is just not for me anymore. Right? Thank God I had that one friend that told me keep going, keep going, keep going. But I can't just tell someone when they're texting me on Instagram, yo, is trading like something crazy? Like my friends tell me like, yo, should I get into trading? I just be like, I tell them like in a way, like I have no comment on that. You have to figure that out for yourself, you know, because it's a real thing. You know, I almost quit trading. Now I'm in a point where I'm making a lot of money, you know. I'm going to start scaling to like 40K months, which is crazy. I'm trading Lucid right now on 2 Lucid accounts. I'm already up like $15,000 in payouts for the month. What month is it? May? For the month of May. Let me check my phone. It's like charging right now. Yeah, I think it's May. Tripping. Yeah, May 20th. And dude, yeah, I'm a little update. I'm getting into TPT. I passed the TPT accounts, but it does take 5 days to settle the eval, take profit trader. I'm gonna get into Alpha Premium. I might get into that, even though their Alpha Trader platform sucks. I need to start scaling into different platforms. I'm definitely gonna be looking into Lucid, Tradeify Select accounts, MFF accounts, TPT accounts, and Alpha Premium accounts. I think with all those accounts, I'm going to be making upwards of like $50,000 per month, which is very, very doable, I think, in terms of my strategy. But yeah, it was a long journey to get here. You know, this is a really long journey to get here. If you're going through something similar to what I just said, right? A similar background story, or a similar part where you're in the middle of like where you think you're going to make it, my recommendation, if you already started, I would never fucking give up, bro. I would never give up on trading, even if you just started and you're just seeing that it's really hard. I would tell yourself to keep on going, because the fruits are real. The amount of money that you make is real, and there gets to a point in trading where it's not only about the money. It's about the satisfaction that you're doing it correctly. It's about the discipline that it gives you, the mental strength that it gives you, you know, the ability to go out from your computer from a losing day and go out from your day and keep the same positive mentality. That reflects in your life. That reflects in everything that you do. You know, I think trading helps you like refine yourself as a person. You grow as a person, and that's what makes trading so special. And I think a lot of profitable traders understand that their mental toughness is to another level in terms of like if they want to start another business when they're older in the future. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned a little bit about me in this video. As you see in like the way I said it, it was kind of hard for me to say. Like I didn't obviously go that much in depth because it's really personal to me, but I did give you guys a bit of what I went through, the surface of what I went through. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys like learned a bit about me in this video. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about yourself throughout this video, and leave in the comments what video you guys would like to see me see me talk about next. I don't really want to talk about my strategy right now. I think I'm gonna wait on talking about my strategy for now, because it's just working so well that I want to wait for it to just keep on working. I don't even know. I just don't want to talk about my strategy. If you guys want me to talk about anything else in terms of how I approach different prop firms, if you guys want me to talk about maybe a little bit about like my psychology, if you guys want me to talk about my journey, if you guys want me to talk about specific points in general, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments, and yeah, see you guys later.